Hey guys, so this video is gonna be kind of long. I'm just gonna get straight to the point. I'm gonna try not to cry. It's been a month, so I don't think I'm gonna cry, but I want to let you all know what happened to Layla, what's been going on with Mochi, and just everything that's been going on since we came back from Vegas. So Dustin and I went and got married in Las Vegas. We were going to make a Las Vegas video soon, but wifey right here. But unfortunately, when we came back from Vegas, like right when we came back home after the flight, my dad met me and Dustin outside and let us know that Layla passed away while we were gone. Layla is our black cat. She's been in a lot of our videos. She's even in the intro of our videos. She was a really special cat to both me and Dustin. Dustin loves Layla so much. So it was really hard on him. Layla's been my cat for 9 years, and I got her when I first moved out on my own. I was a senior in high school, 18 years old. I actually got kicked out of my house, and I was doing my senior project. So where I live, we have a big research project we have to do, and mine was about reducing animal euthanasia. So I did my volunteer work for my research project at a cat organization, a cat rescue. And when I was there, somebody dropped off some kittens, and they were all siblings. They were all sisters. So all female, long-haired, black cats, and they all had L names. So when my volunteer work came to an end, I actually adopted the last little black kitten that was there, and they were so tiny when they came. They weren't put in a room with the other kittens. It was like a big ferret cage with these like 6 little black fluffy kittens. And yeah, so I adopted Layla when she was about 6 months old. And she was the last of that litter that was there, and she had been my best friend ever since. It's always been Alora and Layla, and you know, I've moved a few times and I've gone through so many different stages in my life, and it didn't matter how crazy my life was going, or how sad I was, or different stressful things that happened in my life. It didn't matter, because Layla was always the consistent thing in my life, and I just loved her so much. She was like my baby and my best friend and my twin flame. Nobody really can, I'm sure a lot of you can understand the bond that I had with Layla. Sounds like a bee flew in here. I'm gonna try not to cry. It's been a month now, but we had a very, very strong bond. So before we went to Vegas, yeah, I might cry. Before we went to Vegas, she had been acting a little bit sick, and because the temperatures has been changing from like hot and cold. I thought she had like a normal sinus infection, and she may have had just a normal sinus infection. She was acting kind of sick, lethargic. She had like an eye infection, and then it went away and then came back, and we just figured it was just regular sinuses because of the temperature. Every year she would get sick when the temperature would change, and Mochi, had an eye infection, went away. So I left my cats at my dad's house, and we went on our vacation, planning on taking Layla to the vet when we came back. So when we came back from the airport, right when we came back, my dad let us know told us the news. It's hard news to tell anybody, but he told us that Layla passed away on the 21st, which was the day after our wedding, and the day before we came home. And it really, changed just our whole home. It just, I don't want to cry. It's just not the same without her. My whole life I've had her, my whole adult life. And, we just miss her a lot. And it's gotten a lot better, but when I hung these string lights up, I really missed her a lot, because I was like, this Layla would look so beautiful under these lights. I just want to take a picture of her and lay here with her. And I have a picture of her right here. So it has been really hard. It's been a really hard way to start our marriage. It's one of the reasons why we haven't posted videos. We really kind of went through this very, very low time. But we got Layla cremated, so we have a little urn that's set up, and it's just been really, really hard dealing with this. On top of that, it was a few days after we found out the news, and we were making arrangements with Layla, not really knowing what happened, because my dad said she was laying down like she was asleep, and she had been acting normal while we were gone, and then they went and checked on her, and she was just gone. So we're really still not sure what happened. A few days after, it was 2 days after we got back from Vegas and found all this out, Mochi started getting an eye infection again. And so we, knowing that Layla passed away, we didn't want to risk it. So this is a long story, but basically we took her to the vet. They gave us medicine for toxoplasmosis. They said they were fairly certain that Mochi had toxoplasmosis, and that was likely what killed Layla. So she got antibiotics for that, and an eye drop for her eye infection. So the next day, Mochi somehow hurt her leg. She was limping a little bit, and it was tender. So we went back to the emergency vet. We couldn't get any kind of appointments or walk-ins with our regular vet because of COVID. So we kept driving about 45 minutes away to an emergency vet. So we got her leg checked out. No broken bones, nothing. We think because she had the eye infection, but she was also super lethargic, which we didn't know if it was from depression or from her being sick or her having what Layla could have had that killed her, that maybe she jumped up and being lethargic fell and hurt her leg. There's no broken bones, nothing. But when they were there, they noticed her eye was foggy. So the first night it was kind of squinty like an infection, but also her pupils were different sizes. So this time it was starting to get foggy. So they said, keep doing the antibiotics, stop the drops that we gave you yesterday, and give her this one drop, a steroid drop just in the eye that's cloudy. So we had been doing that twice a day, antibiotics twice a day. We didn't get her tested for toxoplasmosis because they said that's likely what it was. Save $300 and just treat her for it. After we brought her back with the foggy eye, they suggested that we take our cat to our regular vet and make an appointment and get her tested for FIP. FIP is a very bad diagnosis. So basically it is a coronavirus, a feline coronavirus that can mutate into FIP. FIP comes in two forms, the dry form and the wet form. Dry form will affect the cats more neurologically. So they will have, they won't be coordinated. They might have seizures, paralysis, stuff like that. And then the wet form is like a buildup of fluid in like different organs. So we took her to the vet. There's no test for FIP, but they can test, it's like called a titer test, and it tests for antibodies for the feline coronavirus. So she got tested for FLV or FELV and FIV, the leukemia and AIDS, and she was negative for that. So they tested her for the coronavirus, and they said that she had a high antibody count. Now, think with FIP, wet or dry form, it's 100% fatal. Wet form affects them a lot more physically, to where they don't have a long time to live. The quality of life is a lot worse, whereas the dry form, they can live longer and the quality of life is a little bit better. So we were told that she may have the dry form. Either way, it's 100% fatal, no cure, no vaccine, nothing like that. But also, it's the number one misdiagnosed disease in cats. I don't have a lot of time left on my phone, so I'm going to try to make this really fast. So after she told us that, I went home from work early crying, and I was just, I was really holding on to hope that this wasn't it. So I go home, I start doing as much research as I can. I'm learning that it's super misdiagnosed, and once a vet hears FIP, they're kind of stuck on it. So I asked them for the blood work and the tests back. I joined a Facebook group for FIP, posted it there, and everybody on there was like questioning why the vet said that. So I started thinking, like, yeah, why did they? The blood work came out perfect. It's just a high titer test. Maybe she just has a coronavirus and didn't mutate. Because when I was thinking they said paralysis and stuff, and her leg was hurt, but her leg got better in a couple days. The lethargy and not eating and drinking came back after a few days. So she started eating, drinking, going to the bathroom, walking around, playing. She's energetic as heck. And everything came back to normal as we came home. And so it's hard to tell, like, was she sick? Was she depressed because we left and her housemate died? And because the signs she showed, besides the eye infection, were common signs of depression in cats. So we weren't sure, what it was. The vet wanted us to put her on a steroid, basically for the rest of her life. She wanted us to check her temperature every single day and monitor it, which is putting a thermometer in her butt. And so when I was asking questions to the vet, this thing stuck out to me because it seemed very deceitful. She was talking about FIP. She was telling me put her on steroids for the rest of her life and temperature check and all these different things. So when I asked her about blood work, because from the support group, they said that the blood work wouldn't look like that because FIP is super inflammatory. So yeah, she had an eye infection and a fever one time, but everything else on her blood work was perfect. Her blood work was perfect. So I asked about it, and she wanted us to do blood work like every month or two, take her temperature, and really my cat was our cat was back to normal. So we decided to finish the antibiotics because she was saying stop the antibiotics. We decided to go ahead and finish it just in case it's toxoplasmosis. And then if things get worse, we are monitoring her to see if anything's different. But to me, we're taking everything with a grain of salt just because it is misdiagnosed so much, and people that actually have gone through FIP in their cat are saying that this is not how she should be acting. I want to say this. I usually listen to the vets 100%, but Jackson Galaxy also said, do research, talk to other people. He says it in his sick cat video. And that's what we're doing right now. We see a healthy cat. We just took her back on the 17th, and they said it looks like you have a healthy cat. The signs with the titer test show it could be FIP, but you don't know because there is no FIP thing. Yeah, I was going to say one other thing, but I'm really running out of time, so I might do that in another video. Basically, Mochi is doing pretty good. She's so sleepy. Come here, you want to be in the video? She's taking a little cat nap. Mochi's doing really good. Listen to your vet, okay? If your cat starts acting sick, take your cat to the vet immediately. I wish we did that for Layla. I don't know what happened to Layla. But also do your own research and find out what you need to do for your cat. We feel a lot of regret over Layla, and we want to protect this cat as much as we can. She's always looking for lizards up there. But you have to make judgments yourself, listen to your vet, take their things into consideration, because a lot of the times the vets, I mean, especially with FIP, it's a presumptive diagnosis. It's super misdiagnosed. And I don't want to put her on steroids for the rest of her life if she's acting normal. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying don't listen to your vets, but I am saying take care of your animals. Take them to the vet when needed. And I'm going to keep you guys updated on Mochi. And, you know, we'll see what happens. I think right now she's really tired. I might put in like a clip of her playing fetch, because after this diagnosis, she learned how to play fetch. And I'm like, a dying cat does not learn how to play fetch. Do you? Where's your string? She plays with this piece of paracord. She doesn't play with any other toy. Just paracord. So, but she's doing really good. And, yeah, we'll keep you guys updated. And as for Layla, we don't know what happened to her. And that's basically it. I mean, it's something that's affected our lives a lot. And, I don't know, it just kind of, it was really shocking. It was just really, really shocking, and it took us a little bit of time to cope with it. But hopefully we'll have more videos up now that we're kind of gotten used to this and came to terms with this and everything with Mochi. So we'll have more videos up, but I did want to let you know this whole thing that happened when we came back from Vegas and why we haven't even tried really to make videos during this time. There was a lot of grieving, and it was a weird feeling of being so excited and happy about getting married and then finding out something so horrible and sad that we had a lot of emotions to go through. So we'll let you know how everything goes with the cats. We're going to make some more videos about different things, and yeah, I'm out of time, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.